As we take a look at our first map, it's going to be Strongholds on Streets, OpTic Gaming versus Space Station. And one thing you heard Formal talking about with the entire Space Station roster yesterday is be very mindful of when you trip cap. You really just don't want to force a trip cap every time. You don't want to hold all three as a general rule. Instead, you want to be strategic here. Kicking it off, here we are, game number 1. Welcome to Championship Sunday.
Oh yes, here we go indeed. And kills going to be traded almost immediately by both of the teams here. And we're going to look at a little bit of Formal. We've been talking about this man. We've been talking about his composure and his ability to take great angles and, most importantly, Andy, hit some phenomenal shots. It's so rare we see this man miss.
Absolutely. Look at this. The back whack there right away comes up on tires with the flank. It's a nice job. He's going to hop into B right away. Good stuff from Formal. One thing I want to point out, of course, this entire Space Station roster playing so well over these past few days, but Formal is playing this game very differently than other top pros, and we'll get into those details throughout the broadcast.
Well, you're going to see early on here, what a start for Space Station, a triple cap, and now they've actually managed to get a stop on C as well. So they're going to be racking up a lot of points early on. There's going to be a bit of contesting going down over at B as a couple more kills are going to be traded. Here's a kill going down for Ola, who decides that he wants to make a little bit of a statement early with a little bit of a back whack to a dead body.
I was going to say, that's not something you see out of Ola every single time you're in a game 1 of a tournament. Ola tends to start smacking bodies maybe later on in the event, but week 1 champion here, Ola's pretty happy, feeling himself, already laying down some body disrespect. We'll have to see if there's more where that came from OpTic Gaming. Nice little flank here, though, from Formal at back A.
Formal will pick up this kill as well. There's the double, and we'll start the capture onto A as well. And it's a good job for him as well, because they are currently not being able to score as they didn't have control of 2 of those strongholds. Now they do. A-B setup, and this is going to be good for them. Now it's just about surviving, but we do see Deciding go down, a young player who's really starting to make a name for himself, Andy.
And we talked about Formal a lot in the opening. You wonder why. He was also the first one to hit a killing spree immediately in the first series. There's a reason why we talk about this guy. We take a look at him and Ace right now being challenged at B stairs. That'll be too dead for him, though, so maybe an opportunity for OpTic to put some more points on the board.
It's going to be OpTic now, who do manage to get control of B, but you can see Tylenol now taking a little bit of a wider route and going to be exchanging B for C. But as you can also see right at the bottom of your screen, there's a real scrap and a battle going down for A at the moment, and OpTic are going to win that one. So now Tylenol's going to be moving up towards B here, see if he can find any players to get some damage on. Plus he has that assault rifle, so the short range battles are certainly going to be in his favor, as we see there.
Very well done there at Arcade. He had that AR out. He was ready for the push for a reason. Now, one thing I want to talk about with Tylenol on your screen that a lot of players might not have thought about, a lot of fans as well. Tylenol, there was a lot of pressure on his name coming into this, right? He's the younger gun. He's the newer player, known as a Halo 3 online kid. There was a lot of pressure on him. Formal coming on this roster takes the conversation away from Tylenol, and if you ask me, allows him to just shine and do what he does best. Let the talk be about Formal. Let Tylenol show the Halo world what he's capable of, and I think this is a real opportunity for them.
I completely agree with you. It's going to be the kind of, you know, the spotlight taken off of him, so to speak, as Ola is going to be having a lot of damage done to him from Formal moving up through the cafe area, but does manage to get that cap. So 2 strongholds going to be in the control of OpTic Gaming. Formal will be eliminated by 2 players flying towards him. The Bulldog once again showing its impact on this map, and I really feel like the Bulldog is kind of a momentum swinger on this map. You're able to control kind of the middle of the map so easily, and some of those close quarters around the strongholds.
Look at Lucid's movement off of Neon's. Very nice work there, curb sliding all the way down, flying right onto those spikes, immediately able to rotate C. One thing we're going to keep talking about during this broadcast for all of our viewers here, welcome back for week number 2, is you're going to see a lot of more movement, a lot more movement dynamics here that players are starting to learn and understand the spots, the areas you can curb slide and drop slide. So keep an eye on just how much movement has changed from week 1 to week 2.
It's going to be scoring to Space Station at the moment. They have lost a player in Tylenol though, but Ola will fall, so they managed to clear him out of Red Room, which should give them pretty good control of B here. But Trippy is saying you can have B for the moment. Lucid's going to be fighting that one as he picks up A, and that will be A and C, and now add B to the conversation. A triple cap here for OpTic Gaming. An extremely tight game at the moment here, Andy. 60 points to 68, but you can see how quickly that triple cap is changing things now. The score is rocketing upwards in the favor of OpTic Gaming.
And also rocketing up is Lucid's kill count, already at 12 and 4. Lucid picking up exactly where he left off last week. Just an incredible performance from him. He's the player we were talking about almost the entire first part of the broadcast, and it looks like he is ready to do that again. These are huge numbers. Keep in mind, no one else on the other side even has 10 kills, and he's already at 13.
Well, you want to talk about something crazy here, not just the kills. The last time I spoke, this was pretty much a tie game. Now it's 114 to 60 or so in the favor of OpTic Gaming. And like you mentioned, it's Trippy, it's Lucid starting to warm up, and they're controlling the map so well. A and C now in control for OpTic Gaming. Their rotations have been unbelievable as those shots from Trippy match that description.
I can tell you what, I'm already going to go back and watch the opening of this game from Lucid's POV. The guy is 14-5 right now, and like you said, leading to that big trip cap. It was just tied around the 50-point mark, and what a swing now, 130 to 60.
Oh, it's going to be challenging, and Ace is going to pick up a triple, and maybe that's going to be the opening here that is needed for Space Station to get some kind of control back. They have control of A and B now, so that's going to slow the momentum here of OpTic Gaming. Now you've got to keep your eye on that kill feed, Andy. This is where you need to stifle this team off respawn and really rack up some more points.
Yeah, right now they're starting to get a little bit more control. We'll see how hard it is to hold Red Room. He has a little bit of help around Red Room, so maybe they're going to be able to pull something off. And Trippy, look at how obnoxious he is just staying alive there as long as he can, and they'll be able to finally get B and go back to this A-B setup, try to slow down that Lucid push, but it's a good Cafe A push coming in from OpTic right away.
Yeah, A is going to go over to OpTic. However, they are flipping C, so it's going to be still scoring in the hands of OpTic for now, and it's about keeping your eye on the kill feed. As Ace picks up one, should pick up a second as well. That was a triple a few moments ago, and now a double for Ace as he's starting to get involved in this game. 15 and 11 for Aaron Elam, as now Tylenol's just looking across to help out Formor here, but that man don't need no help. He wins his 1v1, and it's still going to be scoring momentarily for Space Station. They're starting to get back into this one now, Andy.
Absolutely. It's almost as if Ace heard us talking about Lucid and was a little bit sick of how much chatter we were talking about, because everyone on the SSG side actually now, right there with Lucid, you have 16 kills for Ace, 10 for Formal, 13 now for Tylenol. So Space Station certainly getting right back in this just like that, a 20-point game.
Yeah, 20-point game, and that was 4 dead plus rockets now for Tylenol. So this should be a pretty comfortable hold if you're on a Space Station, and we could be seeing a tie game pretty quickly, as that Stalker Rifle is going to be doing a lot of damage. Former's going to be working a battle with APG. Former will get taken down. It looks like it might have actually been a trade across the board, so that's really important to keep that C in control, as now they're just patrolling around, and at the moment, OpTic are kind of just stuck. They're stifled into a respawn, and Space Station are just holding their ground.
And look at that comeback, folks. It was just 60 to 130. Now we have Space Station completely unanswered points. Look at this Tylenol double kill killing spree as well. Space Station on an absolute tear here and totally changing the trajectory of this game. It was all OpTic Gaming off the first half, but Space Station now has answered back.
That was a 4 dead, and it's going to be a triple cap momentarily. OpTic will be respawning over at C, and that's not good news if all 4 players fall simultaneously here, Andy, because that means all 4 of them are going to be trapped inside a tram here, and Space Station are just going to have clear lines on them trying to push out.
It's great nades from Ace right away, just making sure no one can push B Street. Also, you have Deciding here also holding pillars and stairs. They're going to be very happy with the positioning they have and still having numbers as well. 2 dead for them once again, and Space Station on an absolute tear here. Now 180 to 130.
Deciding doing such a good job controlling ties. APG will take down Former with the beatdown, but he's so weak that he wouldn't be surprised to see him be taken down. Deciding reacts beautifully to the comms coming in from his teammates. 2 have fallen here momentarily for Space Station, and it looks like OpTic are making an assault on B here. They finally get it back into their control.
And we talked about how Lucid was leading the board. He still is in terms of kills, but look how far back his team is. When you look at instead the kills on the top right on the side of Space Station, much more even. You've got 2 players with 16, 14, and 10, so you can just tell there's a little bit more teamwork, a little bit more of a team effort in the kills category coming in from the Space Station side. That's what has led to this big lead here now by about 30, 40 points.
This lead's going to be chipped away once again, though, because you can see they're trying for a triple cap. This is a huge moment in this game, though. Trippy needs to get this first kill, or at least stay alive for his team. He waits beautifully. He picks up 1, and it's not just a first kill. His teammates come in to help. That's 3 dead. Make it 4 as Space Station all fall 1 by 1 and allow control on points to go to OpTic.
Talk about the discipline, talk about the patience there from Trippy to wait for the one-shot on pillars, then win the melee battle in arcade as well. Such a huge play. That leads to an OpTic trip cap. Just like that, we have a tied game at 188.
Tied game for now. OpTic now in the lead. Space Station will get control of A, though, just to stem the bleeding ever so slightly. But these are huge kills now. Whoever picks these up will get control of a stronghold. A flank going to be coming in from Pistola. He's going to be microwaving people all over the map at the moment. A double kill for Ola. Tylenol finally slows him down, but Trippy will fall as well. That's a big double coming in from Tylenol.
That is big as well. Definitely big doubles from both sides there. That's going to slow the game down just a bit, but still points on the board for OpTic. They maintain this BC hold, and now looking whatever Ace could do here. Oh my god, another big kill here. Ace not able to get in from Neon. That's going to give the edge once again to OpTic here on this home stretch of points. Now only 20 points away from closing out game number 1.
Titan just trying to bait the stronghold at the moment. He can't give away his position. Lucy trying to lay down some cover fire. That's the opening that they needed, though. 2 now fallen for OpTic Gaming. Space Station starting to move forward, and Ace with some beautiful, beautiful shots across map. And now he's trying to keep his teammate alive, but Trippy might just got a momentary reset there that's going to burn some time on this B capture.
A very good reset there from Trippy. Ace doing as much as he can. That's a great battle from Tires, but also dies once again. So still just like that, only 5 points away for the side of OpTic.
They've got to throw themselves into a stronghold here. Otherwise, OpTic will be going up by 1, and that is going to be the story ending. 250 points on the board for OpTic Gaming, our champions of week number 1, starting out strong here in the winners bracket semi-final. Game is done and dusted. It's 1-0 to OpTic Gaming now as we move over to Bazaar Slayer, Andy, and this one is going to feel pretty comfortable for OpTic Gaming. This is where they mopped the floor with Cloud9 to win last week.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what we see as they run this game type back, if they're going to be as strong as they were. That's a nice little overshield grab here, already coming in for APG. They're going to be very happy with that one, and they're going to keep pushing here through hut and bridge. Double kill from APG to open it up.
Yeah, that's going to be a few dead. That's going to be 4 dead. That is the perfect start from OpTic Gaming. Now, the worry for Space Station is they won't have control of middle map. If they do get staggered spawns here, Andy, we know how quickly OpTic Gaming can capitalize. It's difficult here for Space Station. They need to slow the game down.
I think the other worry for Space Station is knowing that you had C9 who got 50 to 21 in the grand final. So I think they also want to make sure that they don't have a score line that looks anything like that. And this is looking a little bit like deja vu. 6-1 here already. OpTic Gaming knows how to play Bazaar Slayer. That's one thing they have made clear.
Yeah, they certainly know how to open the game up. Their opening strategy is unmatched because they just seem to win it every single time. APG doing some nice damage onto Formal to stay alive, and Ace responding in kind to clean that kill up. So there is an opening, at least, here for Space Station to move up the map a little bit. And I love what I'm seeing here. Look at this aggression, Andy. They're not happy to just let these players survive from OpTic Gaming, having got those opening kills. They want to keep pressurizing. They want to put them on the back foot.
Could not agree more. I like what I just saw on the other side. It's OpTic actually taking advantage of a little bit of a lack of coordination from the timing of the SSG push, but I agree. You want to see, if you're an SSG fan, you want to see them making these bold pushes top middle, knowing when they can fly across top middle and take those advantages, take those team shots, and we could look to see more of that from that side. However, just like that, 12-6 in favor of OpTic.
One thing that OpTic Gaming are very, very good at and focus on this game type is controlling that rocket tower. You can see where Trippy is right now. He's got so many angles, and when teammates do fall, he's just going to drop down into those sewers. Just be a difficult kill, and here's a kill just coming to him. Tylenol has no idea that Trippy is there, and it's so difficult to clear these final players who are alive out of the map if you get kills elsewhere, and that's what OpTic Gaming is so good at doing. They've also secured the next overshield. This is starting to get ugly already. It is 17-7, and nobody wants to play OpTic on Bazaar.
Nope, Lucid and Ola doing great work there. Ola just grabbing the overshield, does not pocket immediately. He goes around the corner of Truck towards their side, then pops the OV, comes out, wins the battle, and now they have a great little spawn trap here on the Rocket side of the map as well. Trippy truly picking up where he left off, just running the bottom of Rocket Tower, drops down with the Mangler, says, no, this is actually my part of the map. I run this, and right now they are running the game 20-10.
APG gets taken down. Rockets did fall into the hands of Ace, who manages to pick up 2. So this is an opportunity for Space Station. And I think, Andy, in these kind of positions, you have to think, hey, if you're Space Station, OpTic have done this to us. We can happily do it to them by stringing together 4, 8, 12 kills without taking too much damage ourselves. It is very possible to do on a game type like Bazaar Slayer.
Yeah, Ace able to grab Rockets, so trying to wonder, head on a swivel, where on earth is everyone? Trying to see if anyone's near Rockets, and he's surprised. You could just tell by his POV to find no one there. We'll see. He does eventually find a player on the low balk. Be happy to grab that one, and maybe even a cross map on APG is going to connect as well. Maybe another one. That's a killing spree double kill. So right now they're turning this around. This was the question I had on set. Does Space Station in this instant, this specific game, do they have a little bit more resilience than we saw from Cloud9? Because they were down by a very similar score margin as Cloud9. However, they have bounced back. They've brought this game back within a reasonable distance. This is achievable if they keep stringing together these kills here. Now 18-24.
We've seen the bad and the ugly from Space Station at the start of this game. Now it's time for the good, as it's now 18-24. Like you say, Formal dropping out in front of the base might give Ace a little bit of information, but it's is just going to be kills traded. APG in a 1v1, which he will win. And now it's going to be Ace trying to clean up Lucid bottom middle, or maybe clean up APG on the pillars. That's 2 kills falling. Kills being just traded across the board. And it's all because that overshield is coming up, that the pace of the game is starting to pick up itself.
Oh, Ola, if I had to guess, Ola's probably trying to grapple that overshield in rather than trying to grapple to the OV, because it's going to open up to additional sightlines, so they're not going to grab that right away. Can APG pop us in the back? No, overshield's still down on truck.
Yeah, this is a cursed overshield at the moment. Ace is having second thoughts about going for it. Finally decides to hold his breath and see what happens. He will get it. He will pop it. So Ace has a chance to go on somewhat of a run here to bring Space Station back into this game. APG will be taken down, and now it's just a 3-kill game. What a comeback this has been from Space Station.
I think everyone watching, of course the players in the game as well, knew that that overshield would be big. It was only about a 4-kill game when that overshield popped. You had at least 4 deaths resulting from that overshield. Space Station is the last one in. They get the last laugh on this OV, and now they, just like you said, bring the game within 2. So this is very different. Keep in mind, this was a 20-10 game, and just like that, here we are 32-29.
He's going to have to back down from this fight, though. Good shots from Trippy. He's going to force him down. Desighton gets the beat down onto Pistola. Lucid now going to be caught up on these stairs, and Desighton's going to be moving in as well. He should get the kill. He does, but not without a trade, which is a little bit disappointing, and it's tough to take in a game that's this close. If that goes your way, Andy, and you don't get that trade, the score becomes even closer, and that level of margin becomes even thinner.
I agree. Based on the damage that we saw in Lucid, deciding probably wishing maybe he had that moment back to not get the trade there. We'll talk more about that throughout the broadcast, because trading versus not trading has become a huge part of score margins in Halo Infinite. But just like that, here we are, still a 3-kill game, as OpTic's going to stay in the lead, but a very different from the opening moments of this game, and very different, of course, from the C9 match as well. Space Station clearly indicating that they are a little bit more resilient in this specific instance.
Yeah, this is where the match is going to be won or lost. Got a little bit nervy there, got a little bit shaky, but he did manage to secure the kill. And the reason I'm saying this is an important part of the game is because both Rockets and Overshield have come up. Ola used both Rockets there. Overshield has been won by Space Station, and we now have a tied game at 38-38. What a comeback from Space Station.
They've got the Overshield, they've got the Rockets, they can run away with this right now, maybe force a game 3. Here they go on the push. They've already picked up 1, now make that 2, 40-38.
9 kills to go for Space Station. Still got some overshield, just a slither of it though for Tylenol as he tries to make his way through bar, trying to find out if there's any of these staggered spawns and trying to spot out anyone here from OpTic Gaming. Trippy will fall as Tylenol's just patrolling this bar. Pistola's going to challenge. And Pistola will be put to sleep as Space Station now move within 6 kills of tying up the series.
And what a game we've had here. It's a slow burn on the comeback from the side of Space Station, but they've done it so far. But just like that, 44-42, OpTic Gaming answering back. They're going to pick up another one, 43-44 as these kills being exchanged. Only 5 to go here for Space Station, and now 6 to go for OpTic.
It's a 1-kill game. We saw a 50-49 last week involving OpTic Gaming, and I'm sure that they'd love to have another one as long as they win it again.
Yes.
Pistola going to be playing on the front of the base now. Desighton's going to be above him. A little bit of damage being taken. He's been spotted out here, but he's been such a nuisance. Throws that brick grenade in to try and get some splash damage. He's just trying to stay alive here, but Ace is going to win that fight, but immediately traded out. 46-45. Space Station with a 1-kill advantage.
We'll see if this Overshield is popping in 25. It may or may not be a factor depending on how fast these next few kills go down. We'll keep an eye on that timer as well, as OpTic thinking about making the bar push here. Here they go.
Bulldog in hand. Ace is going to fall. We're all tied up at 46-46. Players trapped in the back of the base here for Space Station. APG just commanding the high ground here around the bar. Trippy just hiding below the base which Space Station currently have, and that's going to allow him to move in and now get the overshield, and you feel like maybe this is a little bit of a misstep from Space Station. That's going to be a kill for Trippy, as now they move within just a few kills, but it's 47-47, but Trippy with the overshield has the chance to make a play.
He absolutely needs to. Just a few more kills to go for them, and just trying to see whatever he might be able to find around the back of the map here on the prowl.
48-47, 2 kills for OpTic. They've managed to come back, and you can see that I think Space Station are just trying to milk this overshield down, but they're taking so much damage at the back of the base. And OpTic Gaming say it's time to go, but 48-48 now. A couple of players have been lost along the way. It's tied up with just 2 kills to go.
Look at that team shot. That overshield not able to be used. Grapple in hand, though, for Trippy. That's going to be pretty huge. Allow him to get wherever he needs to. APG still holding down bottom truck as well, giving them the angle. So look at this in the end. Just Space Station trying to hold their bar, seeing what they could do with maybe a team shot at the poke.
Formal trying to make a play. Rockets come up in 3 seconds. APG going to take a battle here with Ace. APG will Scarper away. There's the kill, though. That's absolutely massive. And it will put... Oh, it's 49-49 again. Forget about that. Rockets in the hands of I Got Your Pistola. And game in the hands of I Got Your Pistola. An icon of Halo. He's as cold as ice, even with the games like that. That is ridiculous from OpTic Gaming.
And who else but Pistola to grab those rocks, cool, calm, and collected, drop down, know that there's someone there, low rocks, pick up the kill, and it's another 50-49 win from OpTic Gaming. And I tell you what, they have delivered some entertaining Halo here over the course of the first 2 weeks of Halo Infinite.
They certainly have, and that's going to be the series done and dusted. And that sapped some energy out of me, and I'm sure for everybody watching right now at home is thinking, I didn't think it was going to be as good as last week. Well, it's going to be as good as last week. It's going to be even better. But OpTic Gaming knocks Space Station down to that elimination bracket. But that is a little indication, Andy, of what a threat Space Station Gaming are going to be in that elimination bracket.
I was going to say the exact same thing there as we take a look at some of the stats. Space Station clearly showing us that they can hang with our tournament winners last week. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Space Station through the rest of the bracket. But here's some stats from that last game.
Lucid. And also we need to point out, as well as the 18 and 10 from him with a 10 KDA, Pistola only had 7 kills until it really mattered in the game. And then he got those 2